Donald Trump is back, baby. My favorite by president. He's back. And he had a rally with Michael Pillow, Mr. Pillow, Mike Lindell.
Yeah.
And it was a disaster. I mean, it was great because it was the greatest hits.
I didn't watch what was disastrous about it.
I mean, it was disastrous because like he just hit the greatest hits, and there was a lot of copium, but also it was really entertaining, and
They stole this election. This election was rigged. Everybody knows it. We took Arizona. We took Wisconsin. We took Michigan.
Yeah. I will get to that in a second, but okay. So, CNN's Donie O'Sullivan, friend of the show, Donie, speaks with supporters of President Donald Trump at a rally in Wellington, Ohio, who falsely believe that Trump won the 2020 election. Now, this is my favorite thing in the world. Like, it's to just watch like conservatives. It's Hogwatch, right? Like watching, just conservative Americans go about their daily lives. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited that he's back and doing his thing. All right, let's watch.
He didn't lose. I know he didn't lose.
Your shirt here says Trump won.
Yes, he did.
Is this about 2016?
It's about all of them, and 2020, and the next one.
But he lost in 2020, right?
No.
Do you think what happened on the 6th of January was a sort of stain on his presidency?
This was all staged. I truly believe that.
Conspiracy theories about the election and the insurrection are par for the course at Trump rallies. But now, another false notion is circulating among some Trump supporters that Trump could be reinstated as president later this summer.
What are you hoping to hear from Trump today?
I hope to hear he's coming back.
Yeah. Coming back in 2024?
Sooner.
He's coming back soon, and you guys are going down.
Trump has been falsely suggesting that the sham Republican audit in Arizona could lead to the election being overturned.
Stay tuned for Arizona. We need 2 states. It's going to be a very interesting time. How do you govern when you lost? How do you govern when you lost?
You think the election's going to be overturned in some way?
Oh, absolutely.
How do you govern when you lost is a question Trump should be asking himself every day.
It's literally a question
But it's great. This is what I meant. It's like these people are very sad. But
So what do you do with the masses at this point? Because if anything, this is more of a grim harbinger of the ability to just mind control people in the future, right? Like he won't be the only one. Wait till there's someone who's actually capable who does this.
They just love light fascism. They're just like, come on, dude, please.
But it's like, imagine if David Koresh had the internet. Would it have been Waco, or would it have been all of fucking Texas?
Dude, it would. If David Koresh had the internet, he would have just been a TikTok minister. Like, straight up.
He would have had a G5, so he wouldn't have wanted to burn the place down.
Yeah, probably.
Or G6, my bad. Yeah, this is just sad to watch, man. This is like so far after the election.
Yeah.
It's just delusion.
And they think that like these results are going to be overturned still in like Arizona and stuff. And there's now a cottage industry that feeds into this mania by like constantly trying to do like multi-million-dollar ballot recounts. And this is all that they do.
The other like really sad thing is like these people identify as Trumpers first, before anything else, before any of their personality traits or what they do or what they
they're
what
weebs.
they're into. They're weebs for Trump.
Yeah, and I think that and this ties back to the Star Wars thing, like, and even sports weebs. Like I think weebs of any particular brand should never be normalized. Because when you
but at least when you're a sports weeb, you're retaining information that is accurate. You're getting statistical information. You're getting like plays and bylines. You're
a lot of talk coming from a Jets fan. Retaining accurate information.
Listen, I make no illusions about the fact that my team sucks. I'm just saying though, it's like everything that they are is just fake. They're just learning more fantasy.
Yeah, no, but it's in a way it's no different than like being a Harry Potter fan, right? Because it's just as made up. However, the difference is that like there is material harm that these people are facilitating and engage in. Especially to marginalized communities.
I guess the difference is Harry Potter never blamed Mexicans for all of his problems.
Yeah, even though J.K. Rowling is a TERF, but that's
he's like there are full-blood magic people, half-blood magic people, muggles, and then Mexicans. Harry, what are you saying? Shut up, Hermione. I'm making a point here. And if we let Jews into Hogwarts, they'll control the place.
Okay, to be fair, J.K. Rowling
not far off. Right?
Constantly railed on, Jeremy Corbyn being anti-Semitic or whatever, but also literally the bankers were goblins that straight up looked like the anti-Semitic, like, cartoonish depictions of Jewish people from Nazi-era Germany. Okay,
God, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I wonder what happened there, J.K. Rowling. Anyway, but shots fired. Harry Potter fandom coming for me. The point I was gonna make is, like, when you normalize weebdom, these people go buck wild in public, thinking that, like, no, it is normal to be this way. And at least weebs and, like, Comic-Con fans and things like that, like, they understand that the things that they love are not for everybody. So they at least, like, live with a sense of guilt and shame that, stops them from engaging in their insanity in public in a lot of instances, right? Like, if someone is just, like, going full weeb in front of you for whatever kind of anime, you can just be like, shut up, weeb. Like, shut the fuck up. You're being a nerd. Chill. You know what I mean? But you can't do that to Trumpers. Like, they're just, because everybody's like, it's normal. I love Donald Trump. I want to fuck Donald Trump. It's normal. Like, and it's the same.
Nothing gay about wanting to fuck your commander-in-chief.
Yeah.
I want to feel his
patriotic,
commanding love inside of me.
Yeah, he's patriotic.
Filling me up.
It's goddamn patriotic, brother. But it's kind of the same with, like, sports views. Like, dudes, like, Eagles fans will be eating, like, horse manure on the streets because they won, and it's like, well, that's a sports weep, Yeah. It's just, you're just as nerdy as virtually every other kind of nerd. It's just that we as a society have decided that it's normal.
They collect Thanos power gauntlets, and you collect AR-15s.
Yeah, or you collect, like, jerseys and sports memorabilia. Yeah. And it's just as nerdy. It's just that we don't approach the nerdiness in the same way. I guess what I'm saying is, like, we should bully sports fans more, and we should bully Trump fans more.
That's not the conclusion. Play the tape.
It's just to normalize, to show them that, like, it's not normal to behave this way. All right, let's keep going.
Absolutely.
There's no
The military already knows it was a fraud. He won by over 80%.
Ron, you genuinely believe that he's
coming back.
That he could come back as soon as
before the middle of August.
And what if that doesn't happen?
Huh?
What if that doesn't happen?
We're going to be in a civil war because the militia will be taken over.
Among Trump supporters at his rally in Ohio Saturday.
Do you have a second to chat to us? I always want to talk to a Proud Boy.
No.
A man wearing a Proud Boys t-shirt and a self-described member of the 3%ers militia group. Some people believed to be associated with the group were charged for their alleged involvement in the insurrection.
Do you think, though, what happened on the 6th of January was a bit of a stain on all the violence, a bit of a stain on his presidency, or?
No, I don't. I don't think so. I was there.
Were you up at the Capitol?
Yeah, we was there.
Yeah?
Didn't go in. Didn't do none of that stuff. I don't believe in tearing up the Capitol.
You're a tree
pause
protector.
for a second.
Yes.
So, if it's not a stain on his reputation, then why are you also claiming that you weren't at the Capitol? They were tearing stuff down. I mean, you can't have it both ways, brother. Either you love what happened on January 6th and you were there and, you advocated for it and it's great. Or, it was a little bit overboard and maybe we went too far. And what he's trying to do is have his cake here and eat it too by claiming, like, oh, it wasn't a stain on his reputation, but also, and he was there, but also he didn't go into the Capitol.
Oh, yeah.
But plenty of people did. So, let's keep going. Sorry.
Your guys have been caught up in a conspiracy, right? Charged by the FBI?
As far as I know, some of them are being held, and a lot of them are just being questioned.
Do you think your guys who went inside shouldn't have gone inside, or what?
Yeah, I don't think anybody should have went inside, but, when you're worked up in that moment and, the adrenaline's pumping, I mean, it just happens.
Are you worried that we could see more violence?
Yeah. I honestly believe it's coming.
Nah, no shot. I don't believe it's coming. I think these guys are done, dude. They're done. Like I think
a dying snake is the most dangerous snake.
I mean, yeah, sure. But they have a lot to lose, man. They don't love Trump like that. You know, these are still people who are like, if you had enough.
They have a lot to lose?
Yeah, they do. These are still like small business owners. They got like an HVAC specialist.
What about the one that isn't? That's all it takes.
Yeah, no, I see that. But ultimately, like I said, you're not going to see like that guy who's in the tactical gear right there looking like an airsoft legend. Like that dude probably like already has his own like HVAC, like specialist that or he's like a plumber. You know what I mean? Like these are people who are making like a decent amount of money. They're not gonna like go full blown war. They like hanging out with the boys on the weekends. And you know, doing military exercises. But it's like that old fat dude who's like, you know, the militias are coming. It's like, wait, are you gonna lead the charge, brother? You're like 75 years old, you got gout, and you're over here talking about the militias are gonna come. Like, no, the fuck they're not. It's the same as like people who constantly and falsely claim that like banning people off platforms would actually force them into like more extremist circles. It's like, no, guess what? You severely limit people's ability to radicalize normies when they no longer can be on YouTube and they no longer can be like, they no longer have safe harbor on these like mainstream media platforms. It happened to literally every single Nazi. They have nothing. They have no range. They have no future. And when you push back in the way that people did at Charlottesville, for example, a strong show of force, and show that it's unacceptable to behave this way, it's unacceptable to think this way, people end up feeling like it's not worth it. And I'm an advocate for it. I'm an advocate to make it as unfeasible to be a Nazi, or as unfeasible to be a fascist, or as unfeasible to be like a 3%er Proud Boy as possible, because I feel like that's harm reduction in terms that liberals will understand. Because the greater harm, if unchecked, with these sorts of movements gaining momentum is tremendous. Because then you're absolutely, if you don't squash it before it gains like peak volatility and peak momentum.
So I have a question.
You're eliminating larger problems down the line.
What if that starts happening more en masse, and then some Republican comes before the floor and is like, listen, I agree completely with what you're doing. Let's add communism to that list.
They already have that. It's already happening. The Joe Biden administration brought out like new terror guidelines talking about terror in the United States of America and domestic terrorism in the United States of America. Mm-hmm. And a big chunk of that list are not white supremacists. A big chunk of that list are animal rights activists and climate change activists and anti-capitalist anarchists. Yeah, no, anti-capitalist anarchists. Like they straight up detail it alongside Nazis. And historically speaking, the American government, while colluding with Nazis and literally helping out like Nazi formations, both overseas and here domestically, have always attacked and murdered left-wing anti-capitalist famous icons, whether it be Fred Hampton, who was assassinated in his bed in cold blood, Malcolm X, MLK. These people were all avowed either democratic socialists or straight up Maoists that were all may or may not have been murdered by the government, or in Fred Hampton's case, like literally definitely murdered by the government. So and even before that, you have McCarthy and the Red Scare. The American government has never had freedom of speech for communists and anti-capitalists and leftists in general. So that's not new, or is it unique? And they are going to keep moving against people like that. So if you are an anti-capitalist, you just have to be more careful and make sure that you're not baited into saying some dumb things that the government can use against you. You just have to know what lines to not cross, and that's it. But it's always been a constant. Yeah. So it's not any different. And also, I don't see fucking anti-capitalists, storming the goddamn Capitol. So, and that will probably never happen because we'll be too busy debating amongst ourselves on whether making fun of someone not eating seafood is actually ableist or not. So. Okay, so I just wanted to show that. I wanted to show a different side of that, I guess. Go back to Donald Trump and show you that he's still out and about, and he's still getting these people to go to his rallies. And it's a very sad state of affairs, but...
It's like the gathering of the juggalos now.
I do miss him, though. I do miss him. Like, he's entertaining, He is an entertainer. And I miss the entertainment valley that came from... Donald Trump just saying the dumbest things possible. He's such a sassy bitch, dude. I miss my sassy bitch.
I'm saying it, dude.
I've been drinking pre-workout already. I'm ready to run through a brick wall, baby.